All right, good morning, 1047. Kimberly Calabrese is on a mission after an unimaginable accident happened in her life. An accident that for any parent would leave them leering, but she's looking to give back. She lost her 6-month-old daughter about 15 years ago?
2003.
2003, 16 years ago. And since then, gone through the grieving process and now has written a book about dealing with death. The book is called What Do I Do? We welcome Kimberly Calabrese, and it's nice to see you here, even
Thank
under
you.
these circumstances 16 years later.
Thank you.
Can we talk about what those first few months were like?
Sure, absolutely. So when you lose a child, I think it's very important to remember we lose our immediate family. An example of that would be my mom lost her first grandchild. So she was no support for me and I was no support for her. So we really turned to our friends for support, but unfortunately, they don't know what to do. So I realized that, which did not allow me to grieve, which actually caused me to pack up and move out of Michigan and pretend it never happened so that I would be accepted again.
How did that affect you? Because that seems like a Band-Aid for a much bigger pain.
It did. I was able to bury that pain for many years by moving away to be accepted again.
Right.
And then 2 years ago, it came out, I became severely depressed and didn't know why.
Right. Now we should point out her daughter died. It was a complete accident. Died due to suffocation in the crib. In the years that passed, your husband and you had two children, two boys.
This would be my second husband.
A second
yes.
husband. Thank you. And you started to take this grieving process and you put it to paper, and that's the storyline behind this helpful book.
Correct.
Tell me about What Do I Do?
So it's a step-by-step guide on what your role is from the time you get the phone call, because it's not that friends and family, coworkers, teachers don't want to help you, it's they don't know what to do. So I interviewed hundreds of people for the book that had lost children and came up with the best plan on how we can support the grieving parents.
And I think that's key here, because it's not how you can grieve properly, if you will, but it really is a helpful book for everybody, the circle, the village, if you will, around you. The chapters go from the phone call and the funeral to my friend is hurting, what to say to siblings, how brothers and sisters who, as you said, are affected the same way, the grandparents as well, and then getting them acclimated into school so that it doesn't affect them as much, and you returning to work as well. So this really does affect so many people around, and you said to me, this is a book that everyone should read now, because chances are you may have to deal with this at some point, and you want to say the right thing.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you get the book after the fact, you probably already missed chapters 1 and 2, which are a big key in the grieving process for the parents. Their first 3 to 4 days, we have no idea what's going on.
I can't imagine. I mean, and I applaud you. I'm in constant amazement for the good that you're doing with such a tragic situation in your life, that you've got so much good to come out of it now. The book comes out in a few weeks, available for pre-order on Amazon?
Correct.
Good. It is called What Do I Do? Look for it there. And again, Kimberly Calabrese, we thank you for the work that you've done.
Thank you.
And continued success in the